me find my hands. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. I gotta be able to hear what's going on as well. I need to do my area too. Let's see here. Not right now though. Alive. I'm alive. Okay. Playing with my fingers here. Let's see. Alright. Back into the ship. Ooh, up here. Put this on so I don't forget. Okay. All kinds of new stuff I discovered. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, let me get out of that so I can... First of all, let me... run wherever it is that I forgot to turn on. Boom. Outer Wilds in VR. Alright, so let's see. Welcome, welcome. Hot hand water. Okay, let's see here. So I was there. I'm interested in what's this? So there's a lot to do in the Hanging City. A lot to understand. The 6th location. see. What should I do here? Where should I go? I think I'm gonna actually. What happened? Well, it just crashed for some reason. I guess I'm restarting it. That's odd and rare. Let's see. I guess let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't just randomly crash on me. Alive! Hey buddy, we're going right to the ship. Don't worry about how I got the launch codes. Check it out now. I guess I'll get there early on, it'll be solid, and then start falling apart on me. Oh, my face. Again. I keep doing that. I need to be careful. I'm gonna kill myself out here. straying from the equator. What's that? Oh.
The journey here from the South Pole has been, I'm gonna go with harrowing because of the, all of the meteors. But hey, at least, okay, let's see. I poked around a little, and there's some sort of old no-mine path that starts across from my campsite. Inside doesn't look like anything horrible, just stairs
That's right,
leading down.
stairs leading down. And I think the world ended when I was doing that last time. Where did I see those? These are the stairs going down. Need some heals. My ship. My ship is it's. I left it up there. I left it, but I left it by the crashed ship. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. What's going on here? Whoa. Everything running smooth, it looked good. missed. This thing's mine. What? Come on now. Has to have some magic powers or something. How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Suppose it's a relic of a previous universe. The early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before, it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed. What is the eye of the universe? The eye is older than the universe, so imagine how much it could teach us. Perhaps it is a cosmic library. Suppose the eye is more an advanced being. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks a language we don't know yet. Or maybe the signal is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. The signal we were able to determine the eye's approximate age, or perhaps its lack of age. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to Star System, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this: the source of the signal, which is chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. So how do I do that?
no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the Eye of the Universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us. But it may not want to be found either. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that, circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the Eye in some way is wishful thinking. I suspect imagining we are special to the Eye in some way is wishful thinking. The Eye might have called out to any sentient species. Or it might not have been calling out at all, and that my ancestors heard the Eye's signal holds no great deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. In fact, the Eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this.
Alright. Give up and go home. Oh wait, I'm on a different mission than they are. What to do? Let's see. I was here before. I need oh, I did get it. Cool.
I feel strange, trying to recreate Anona's warp core. I feel strange, trying to recreate Anona's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care, and not him. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor, and deeply. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this. Probably. But what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system and never saw Anona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume? Still, all I can give is my best. And as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clarion Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. I feel...
I do remember reading that. I wonder why I didn't save.
warp core is broken at best. Recall, those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries.
Perhaps we can still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage.
Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we're able to transport it back.
This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Plume, my father, said many good Nomai perished there.
My mentor Cobius and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely.
What Milloray and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live...
My mentor
I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play in Fossil Fish Cave when we were children.
Fossil Fish Cave. We used to play there. Fuel. That's what I thought. I was looking at the wrong gauge. I thought I was out of fuel. And I needed to do something about that. Oh, I'm in the Black Hole Forge controls now. Okay. Okay, then. No, that's not the way I was supposed to go. Aww. Let's see, this thing goes into space eventually. Oh yeah, that's right. Ouch. I died. I died. The glyph on the ceiling. What? Untranslated? Oh. I gotta press the
You are
button.
friends at Brittle Hollow. I just warped here from the White Hole Station, on the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We've successfully recreated warp travel.
I don't know how close it is to Anona's original. I don't know how close it is to Anona's original design, but as long as what we've built works, then I'm delighted. Wait. This can't be correct. I'm returning to the White Hole Station. If you and Root meet me there, don't tell Kasaba.
I remember this.
This is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower. Although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole.
Knocked out. Got knocked out. Yes, I've been here, okay. You shut up. Okay, let's see. I didn't even see that there. Oh. This is where you warp to, I guess, from that one place.
Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night?
I compliment your eye. Suppose this... I am interested. Imagine if there were two...
Hypothesis.
Then I'd imagine...
This moon isn't volcanic.
The nights the moon circles... The trees are moving. The trees in this grove appear to wander freely. The entire plant, roots and all. The trees are moving. The trees in this grove appear... If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant, or my brain must be. Bloom is right. The trees do move. I confess, I didn't notice until I read his notes. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There's other matter in this area, such...
That rock is unusual for another reason too, Thatch. It possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this... Hypothesis. This rock shard's presence is significant. We could study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area?
Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are preparing to make a first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, descend the steps to the entrance below. The knowledge held within will help you on your journey.
Really? I need to move my antenna thing, I guess. Okay, let's see.
Loom, Felix and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and this grove's are related.
Of note, a unique signal is coming from the shard. Curiously, our friend the Wandering Moon sounds the same.
Loom.
In her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found anywhere else on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis. This quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself.
I've also heard the same signal this shard produces calling out from Giant's Deep, Timber's Hearth, and the Hourglass Twins. Suppose there are other shards like this one.
Hey, now. Hitting my ship. Am I out on the planet here? This is where I need to be going, even. Just There's nothing here. Thought so.
Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of If you are making your first pilgrimage,
Died. KO again. KO'd.
tell why we're making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Hal and the new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have handy about now.
This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes.
I found your note, Mallory. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist.
This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched.
I agree. Our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon, so that...
Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. Quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places.
Anona, Burr. I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble.
I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the phantom moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device?
You have keen eyes, my friend. So this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4.
It's also possible there exists a sixth place in this star system to which the phantom moon travels.
The 6th location. That's interesting. I wonder if I can get to it through the moon somehow. That's crazy.
Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lakebed cave, the one at the bottom of the dry lakebed at the North Pole, several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this, help us recover Coleus. His rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to a rock I met earlier. Wasn't this same rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole?
An update. Malloy and I went back to the lakebed cave and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there, and sometimes it isn't.
That means this rock wanders like the quantum moon.
We plan to re-examine the northern lakebed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us.
No.
Note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab.
Raimi and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So, although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City.
No. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab.
Raimi and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So,
inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless.
Going down to check out the Sunless City. I think. Maybe not. Everything's filled up so much it's too late to be here for...
Status reports for all systems, but initial things first. Is everyone unharmed?
Our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well, Anona. Everyone survived the crash.
This is a relief, at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals?
I can hear both signals somewhere in the star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us.
This was their ship. These bastards still powered. Still running.
Begin flight log. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Now launching escape pod 2. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict: inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet surface.
The heat from this star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show as a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter, Anuna, but these passages are a maze.
Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Be cautious, everyone.
And be aware of the sand as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Keep moving, friends. There is nothing of interest. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time.
Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Coleus and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later. We have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there.
Of note, this passage leads to breathable air. Refill your supply tank there. We cannot tell how far or deep these tunnels may wind. But do not linger, as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun.
Yeah, it's probably time to go. Probably time to go.
We have...
The cavern Malore found is a wise...
We have...
The cavern Malore found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow?
This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there.
Of note, we must hurry, as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand, and make sure no one is lost.
I was trying to slow down there too. Ouch. What's this? Ouch. Hey.
Yarrow. One warp core, fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Brood is installing this core sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this.
My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Astral Project is underway.
Yours. I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the Forge and my unfinished work there is falling. I'll return with more materials soon.
I confess, I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the White Hole Station that started this project. I recommend
you do. The White Hole Station is the model for the towers being built for Ash Twin Project, so a visit to the station will be doubly useful.
I suppose more precisely, I would like to visit the White Hole Station with you.
Yarrow, stop using this scroll wall to flirt with my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals a neutron star's. And go meet her on the White Hole Station.
I'd be happy to explain our findings.
She is clueless. Let's see here, so... He's like, yeah, the White Hole Station. I'm gonna meet you there. Alright. But where is it at? Where do I go? Alright. Hello there. Oh, wait. Hide in here. Act like do, nothing's happening. What's up, buddy? Get up, man. Hey. Get up. Oh. His clothes are old and stuff. You can't sleep here. Use your help. Well, now what is this? What do you got here? Is that your lunch? Hey, whoa, leave me alone. Oh! I had to repair my suit there. This guy's trying to get me killed. Where is the thing at? I know there's one somewhere nearby. You have it, don't you know where it is? Alright, unfortunately that's all the time I have for tonight. But I'll get it set up to where I have more time soon, to where I can stream for several hours. But we're getting there. I think I'm learning something. Big secrets all around. Yeah, there's a lot down there. A lot going on. But that'll be for another time. Same bat channel. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down in this bag here and go to sleep. Look up at the stars. And just die over and over again and keep waking up here. It's gonna be a long night. I never get enough sleep. Alright. Thank you for watching. Y'all come back now, you hear?